Started with our post-qualifying press conference. We're now joined by Jimmie Johnson, driver of the number 48 Lowe's Chevrolet, who qualified second for Sunday's AAA Texas 500. This is Jimmie's second time starting on the front row, qualified on the pole for last fall's.
Third or second?
Third.
I'd love to have second if you could. It'd help me out with our pit selection a lot.
Looked like you tapped the wall there, and I believe in turn 4. Talk about that qualifying lap.
Yeah, I was committed to the throttle off at turn 4 and just kind of ran out of room. And I hate to admit it, but at one point I think I had my eyes shut because I knew there was going to be contact. I just didn't know how much. But I just grazed the wall and scratched the sticker on for the bumper cover and the tail light on the back of the car. You know, watching Brad's lap, he was in the throttle early as well and lost some time off of 4. And then when the 99 came through, he got his moment was in 1 and 2, but he had a really good 3 and 4, and was able to nip us both there. But I'm real proud of the lap. You know, even though it was exciting off of turn 4, as early as we went out to be able to get that lap time, I think it shows our car has a lot of speed in it.
We'll go ahead and open up for questions. If you could raise your hand, Lee.
Sorry they ran out of time earlier, but Lee Spencer, Fox Sports. Does Matt Kenseth have a weakness in his arsenal, and if so, have you identified it?
No, I mean at this point, 3 races left. I can't say that there really is, and I'm not planning on it. I mean, I didn't have a lot of faith built in Martinsville being a weak track for him because he ran so good there in the spring. Certainly wouldn't hurt my feelings if he ran 15th all day, but I knew that wasn't going to be the case early on in the event, and he had a strong race. So I don't think there's a weakness for either team right now, and we're probably going to finish by each other. And if somebody has a mistake, I think that will be the deciding factor. But other than that, I think we're going to run right around each other for these next 3 races.
Jeff Gluck from USA Today. I was just curious. Last week when Biffle came up to you on pit road, obviously there was the moment where he jerks you around, but then immediately you didn't throw a punch, or you just kind of calmed him down and put your hand on his chest and tried to talk to him. In that moment, how did you kind of keep your composure and stay calm? Because I'm sure there had to be some temptation to grab him back or throw a punch or something along those lines.
Yeah, I don't know what kept me from swinging, to be honest. You never know how you're going to react until you're in those moments. After I realized who it was, because as you were standing there, I was caught off guard. I didn't know where it came from, and was shocked to see Greg because we were on track and roughing each other up pretty good for quite a few laps, and I thought that everything had simmered down and was gone. And at that point in time, I didn't know that his bumper cover is why he went to pit road. I saw him go to pit road, but I didn't know he was black flagged for it. So there was a lot of confusion there, and I was surprised to see that it was him. I didn't know who it would be, but I just didn't think it'd be him. Because I thought if he was that mad, he would have spun me out on the racetrack. And then, again, my lack of knowledge of knowing that his bumper cover was why he was so upset, I was talking to him about how we had contact in the first place, and the fact that I was inside of him going into turn 3, which instigated the next 5 or 6 exchanges that we had. So again, my mindset was on something else in general, and I was trying to collect my thoughts. And then truthfully, the most important thing in it all, after he grabbed me, the look in his eyes, I don't even think he looked at me. He was looking around me and saw all of you standing there. And I think he was just as shocked that he grabbed me like that as anyone. And I've been in a couple fights, not many, but he didn't want to fight. He was just pissed. So I think at the end of the day, that was really the energy, in that moment that let me stay calm and just kind of handle it how I did.
Bob?
Bob Parker, Sporting News. I assume you were all just worked on qualifying in practice. I mean, you only did 7 laps. Are you that confident in race setup, or is your plan always mostly qualifying first practice?
Well, we were here and tested last week? Yeah, something like that. We came here twice, so I'm a bit confused which time we were on track. But we had very similar conditions on the second day of testing. And Chad loves to have a plan and to work through a plan, and we executed well during the test and had a very productive test. And coming back, we had a plan to work on just race runs today. I'm sorry, just qualifying runs today, and focus on race runs tomorrow. So it's nice being able to test, especially so close to race time, and things buttoned up in the car that you wanted to use, you test with, and all those kinds of things. So worked really well for us today.
Any other questions for Jimmy? Thank you very much. Best of luck.
Dustin?
Oh, one more, Dustin. I'm sorry.
Thank you, Dustin Long, Motor Racing Network. So with all this testing and all this planning, what's the purpose of practicing tomorrow then? I mean, what more is there? I mean, I know you can always find more, but how do you approach tomorrow? What's the goal of tomorrow?
Yeah, I mean, for the guys that tested, we'd love to see rain out to some degree, and you just have to line up and run. You know what you have under your car, but it'll be small changes. It'll be trends. The 20 had a tire issue when we were here, so I'll try to validate a longer run and make sure that there's no issues. So it's very small things, to be honest, and just to get a temperature on the track, and how its grip level is and what adjustments might work. So pretty fine adjustments tomorrow, though. We won't be changing A-frames and springs and all that kind of stuff. It'll be pretty minor. The engine shop would love us not to run.